Good morning. Does anybody know what today is? Today is December 22nd. And what's significant about December 22nd? Well, yes, you're right. It is 3 days before Christmas. And yes, you are right. It is 8 or 9 days before New Year's. But my favorite thing about December 22nd is that the days start getting longer. Yesterday was the start of winter, in which is, you can look at it one of two ways, the shortest day of the year or the longest night of the year. And I decided to start looking at it as the longest night of the year after someone mentioned it to me. I used to think of it as the shortest day of the year, and I think that's kind of looking at it from a negative perspective. And so I'm going to no longer do that. But I love long days. I don't know if you see what I'm doing here, but we're making French toast today. And similar to the video that we made the other day, but a little bit different. We're going to make a sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich on French toast. Now, I don't know if any of y'all are old enough to remember Bennigan's. Some of y'all are. But they used to have a sandwich called the Monte Cristo. Alright, now this isn't a Monte Cristo, but I would say it's someplace in between a Monte Cristo and a McGriddle. And anyway, I'm not a McGriddle fan. Some of y'all surely are. I mean, I've had one or two, but it's not my thing. And of course, I'm using 5 eggs, and I used half an egg white, or a half an egg yolk. And we're going to use on or about 14 grams of powdered milk. We're going to put those in our eggs. And I think I've already told you, if you remember the French toast video from last week, or earlier this week, I don't know when it was. Anyway, I'm using bread that is specifically made for French toast, I guess. It's an HEB product, and it's called French toast bread, or pain français, if you are speaking the Spanish. Anyways, the bread is great. Has 120 calories a slice. And for our meat, we are using spicy turkey sausage. And this is also an HEB product, possibly Hill Country Fare, but Hill Country Fare is HEB's house brand. And the sausage has 90 calories a serving, and a serving is 2 ounces. And so let's go ahead and let's start our pain français. I guess that's how you say that in Spanish. I don't know. My Spanish isn't very good. My vocabulary is fairly decent. But conjugación de los verbos es muy difícil. Yeah? Alright, so we got our first piece of French toast going. And of course we are going to have our handy orange, which we're still working on this 4-pound bag that we bought about, I don't know, a week ago. And I lost my little knife. It'll show back up, so I'm using this knife that maybe I shouldn't be using on this. But this knife is nice and sharp. Look at that. And so I'm not too worried about the sharpness of it. Let's see. I bought a sharpener off Amazon for 10 bucks. I believe it's made by the same people that make Gorilla Glue. Anyway, highly recommend it. Maybe sometime I'll make a video on sharpening knives. But I don't know if you've ever had dull knives. That living the dull knife lifestyle sucks. I assume that's okay to say on this. Alright, so we got our first piece of French toast, I think, done. We'll put this over here for us. And let's start our second piece. And of course, just like the other day, I am going to cook these eggs and use them on a sandwich. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot the cheese. And I'll go ahead and I'll grab that real quick. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the heat on the sausage because I think that is done. And the cheese we're using is Hill Country Fare. I think it's called Mexican mixed cheese or something like that. I don't know. Look at the bag and I'll tell you. It is called Mexican Blend. And this cheese was pretty inexpensive. It was about, it is $5.19 for 2 pounds, which comes out to about 16 cents per ounce. And I'm going to use a 1/2 ounce cheese. And you can't see the scale, but it is right next to the camera. But I assure you, I'm going to measure out 14 grams of cheese, in which 14 grams of cheese, of course, as I'm sure you know, is a 1/2 ounce. All right, so this is our 1/2 ounce of cheese we got right here, right? And we have to make a choice here, folks. Do we put the cheese on the eggs, or do we put the cheese on the sausage? Well, traditionally, I put the cheese on the eggs. But today, I'm going to be a little bit different. I might put a little cheese on the eggs and a little bit on the sausage. What do you think about that? Sometimes I've been doing that recently. We'll see how it goes. See how I feel. All right, so we're cooking our eggs and we're rolling our eggs. You see that, right? We're not chopping them. We're not flipping them. We're not folding them. We're rolling our eggs. And these eggs look like they're going to turn out very, very nicely. We're starting to get a little sticking on the pan. Nah, it's going good. I don't know if you guys see that. Eggs are looking good. See that? Rolling them, yeah. I hope y'all are having a good week. Maybe you're still working a little bit. Maybe you're heading to mom's. Maybe I don't know what you're doing. All right, I think our eggs are done. And you know what? I was going to put it on the sausage, but I think I'm going to put it on the cheese. I mean, I'm going to put the cheese on the eggs. I think it will melt a little bit nicer than on the sausage. All right, so we're pretty close to finished here, folks. And this cost us, I'm trying to remember how much. It's less than $2. I want to say like $1.60, $1.50, something like that. And it has just a hair under 500 calories. And this is my French toast sausage, egg and cheese sandwich. What do you think about that? All right. I don't know what you guys are having for breakfast, but I'm pretty excited about that bad boy. Enjoy your day. Merry Christmas if I don't see you before then or talk to you before then. And I'll see ya.